Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Just let me adjust this camera right here. I hope you all are doing well today. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing and well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And then we will transition into a wonderful and blissful Reiki session right to you wherever you happen to be. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media. Thanks again for being here. I can't wait to get into the healing, so let's dive right in. It's so good to see you all again. Sorry, still forever adjusting the cameras in the new apartment. One day we will get this down, but it's a very awkward apartment. I'm very grateful to have it, and it's very awkward. Let's see who all we have here. We have T, Flower Forest, welcome back. Violet Integration, good to see you. Happy Friday. So awesome. Let's go ahead and start taking some of these requests and let's build that crystal grid. So, intention for heart healing, surrender, and a boost in creativity. That has been a common request lately, for sure. So let's go ahead and do heart healing, surrender, boost in creativity. Awesome. Oop, I don't know if you heard my stomach rumble in there, but it certainly is. Okay, let's see. Let's go with, yeah, let's do that. So first of all, let's bring in azurite. So azurite, this beautiful azure blue. This helps with awakening the spiritual self. It's wonderful for insight, intuition, and just sort of bringing in those good messages. It's exceptional for creativity. It also helps to relieve worry and indecision, and it helps with gaining spiritual wisdom, especially through any kind of intuitive pursuit. Helps too with calming the mind during meditation, and also supports connecting with your spirit guides. Wonderful too for spinal alignment as well as muscle spasms. So let's go ahead and put this in there, and that can be our aid for creativity. We also have rhodonite. The cats have just been wild tonight, so apologies if I keep looking off camera. Rhodonite is wonderful for filling the cracks of a broken heart so we can open our heart to healing and love once again. This is great for whether it's breakup, divorce, but also just the regular grief of leaving one part of your life behind, or even grief behind losing a loved one. Great too for healing the residual pain and trauma from past emotional abuse. Helpful too for helping you with any insecurities. On a physical level, this is a stone for asthma, autoimmune issues, and allergies. And I struggle with all three, so I work with this often. So there is rhodonite. For surrender, a stone that can really help us with that is amethyst. Amethyst is very much the embodiment of what we would think of the serenity prayer, to let go of the things that we cannot control, to basically to improve the things that we can, and let go of the things that we cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is a stone that helps support you on your self-healing journey in a way of being a little kinder and gentler to yourself on the path, knowing that in that moment we want to do all the change right now. And while we might be rapidly shifting, changing, learning, and improving, we only see us as a snapshot in time, and it can be a little frustrating. This helps you to take it a little easy on yourself, but also to own what you're putting out there. So it's good balance for all of those things, and it can very much help with that acceptance of what is, like letting go of attachment to the outcomes that we can't control. So that is amethyst. And another stone for creativity, and I might as well put it in now because I know it's such a common stone, because it's such a good stone that we often use it, and that's carnelian. This helps with the sacral chakra, and that is the center of creativity as well as relationships and how we relate to everyone and everything around us, but particularly in alignment with those closer relationships. This can help to attract romance, love. It's great for fertility, sexuality, sexual function. Also very much for wounds, allergies, asthma, colds, and for attracting your spiritual soulmate. So that is carnelian. We'll bring that in. I hope that supports your creativity. And there we go. There we go. So good to see you again. I hope you're well. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Jennifer Vatsa, welcome back. Awesome. And Knick Knack, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm so glad that you finally could make it. Welcome. Welcome in. Let's see. I will get to everyone's requests, I promise. And let's see. T, clearing out internal chatter and white noise to better hear and connect with spirit. Spiritual discernment and guidance. Organizational focus and creativity. Those have been so big on everyone's list for sure. So let's start with internal chatter. Yeah, let's do couple of my favorites for that. And discernment too. They're all so connected and complementary too. Definitely, let's see. Pre-night for sure. Garnet, definitely. I think we got it. Okay. So first things first, I want to bring in some celestite. This can help with connection to our spirit guides and helpers, our angels, our higher self. Also exceptional with discernment. Starting to get that fine tuning of, wait, is that a fear? Is that a hope? Is that a wish? Is that my guide? Is that, what is it? Where is it coming from? Celestite's very, very helpful with that. Also helps with really all manner of physical pain. It very much shifts our awareness into our spiritual side. So when it comes to how we experience pain and discomfort, this really changes that because we're very much focused on our spiritual self. So it shifts our awareness in that sense. There we go. Another one that is very helpful is pre-night. This aids with intuition on the deepest level. So whether you're doing something like meditating or all the way up to like lucid dreaming and things like that, this really helps support it. It also helps to hold a space for spiritual teaching as well as learning, whether that's like a classroom environment, whether that's by book reading, by doing work with your intuition and your guides are teaching you, however you go about doing it. It very much helps to facilitate that. Also helps with definitely stopping that wandering mind while we're doing spiritual work, meditating, journeying. And also, it's thought to be really helpful for things like the bladder and anemia and gout, fluids in the body in that regard. Also super helpful when it comes to saying no. If you struggle with saying no, especially to really unfair demands, this is a stone that can help empower you a little bit. So that's prehnite, Prehnite. And this is soon going to be added to the crystal shop. So just a heads up. That will help a lot. Also, we have garnet, which helps with organization, practicality, taking everything in and sort of figuring out the best means of approach, the best strategy to go ahead with whatever it might be. This also supports courage in a very big way. Helps with, definitely courage, creativity, and organization are like my top 3 words for this one. It's a very Capricorn stone. It's very much aligned with people born in January. It's January's birthstone. It's a very stabilizing, strong stone too. So we'll bring that in. And I also felt to bring in epidote. This one helps with the negative self-talk. I don't know if that's what's coming up in your mind or if it's just the usual stop and go traffic of the human mind. This is helpful for like shifting the way that we speak to ourselves, especially if it's particularly negative. It helps the nervous system and the skin. Wonderful for connection to the fairy realm and fairy energy, and helps with recovery from illness and injury. So that's epidote. Oop. So we'll bring this in. And I'm just going to line up those 2. There we go. Awesome. So I feel like that will be really helpful. So T, let me know if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you did name some. Awesome. Oh good. Garnet, bloodstone too. I was thinking bloodstone. I'm glad you asked for that. This also helps with quieting a mind during meditation. It's wonderful too for self-doubt and really like intense emotional breakdown. It's like an emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It's good for emotional perseverance and stamina. It's good for those big emotional hits that kind of shake the ground underneath you too, but wonderful for quieting the mind. So we'll bring in, I'm actually going to just realign this grid a bit with the tarot card trick. The tarot card I grabbed at random is the Hermit. So I don't know who this might be especially meaningful for. But this is the Philly Tarot. And that is, he is the guy that did the Magic Gardens. That's Isaiah Zagar. He's a local artist, a very well-known artist. There we go. If we don't line the grid up in the beginning, it doesn't look good by the end. We will start there. Yeah, we'll give it a start there. Awesome. So there we go. And here are our 2 other bloodstones. Thank you for that little pause right there, everyone. Let's see. And some other good requests too. Yeah, the stop and go traffic of the human mind. It's something. Welcome in, Angela. Awesome. Of course, it's the Hermit. Yeah. Allison, I hope you're well. Oh, I can definitely support that too. I will get to everybody's request. I'm just going to keep on moving through. Stone-wise for tea, we have chrysoprase, tourmalinated quartz. Good call. Chrysoprase, tourmalinated quartz, blue tiger eye. You read my mind at garnet. There we go. So tourmalinated quartz, this came out at the 4 o'clock stream too. This is a very potent stone of breaking up really old, stuck energy, old nervous energy, old traumas, childhood stuff, patterns from childhood even that are holding you back. Black tourmaline is known to repel negative energy, and when it goes through quartz like this, it breaks up really old stuck stuff. It's thought to help with scar tissue in the body, on the body, and certainly in the emotions. Also good for fortune, luck, bringing about new jobs, new revenue streams, whether that's a side hustle, if you're finding a way to do like passive revenue, this can help with it. Also very protective of travel and travelers. So we will bring this in. That again is tourmalinated quartz. There we go. Next we have blue tiger eye. It's very helpful stone for bringing calm and ease, especially if you're really stressed out. And as you see, it looks like golden tiger eye, but blue. This is an exceptional stone for teachers and also anyone who needs to speak, especially speaking the truth. If you're speaking the truth in an uncomfortable place or to someone or some group that does not want to hear what you have to share, bring this crystal with you. It is the protector of whistleblowers and truth tellers. It's helpful in getting through like facts over feelings. It's one of those like, nope, this isn't up for debate. This isn't up for discussion. This is the way that it is. This is the stone that'll help you with that. So we'll bring that in. Yeah, anytime you're speaking your truth, especially when that truth is inconvenient or uncomfortable for folks, this can really help with making sure that it lands very clearly. And it also helps with that communication, whether it's speaking or written, wonderful for both. Chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointments and, in a sense, pivoting when things don't go your way or the big plan has to change. This is a stone that also helps with things like burnout and when you're on your path and it just feels like the end is a million miles away and you're at that point where you're like, why did I start this? What was I doing? This was a terrible idea. This is often what I give my friends when they're in grad school and they're like, why did I do this to myself? Why am I here? It's never going to end. And this reminds them like, hey, you're farther along than you think you are. You're closer to the end than the beginning. It's okay if you need to like take a moment. It's also good for those moments where it's like everything comes crashing down and you need to figure out what to do next. So chrysoprase for that. Follow through and also very much completing those goals. So that's chrysoprase. Awesome. Hope you're well. It's good to see you. And next is Knick-Knack. Boost in surrender. Awesome. Disorders, health, and family and love. Awesome. You can let me know if you want to be any more specific, but I will help with everything you mentioned, and you're very welcome. Let's do surrender. We got with amethyst. Let's actually check one of the books and see something. A lot of great authors see things in very different ways than I do. So let's see if any of them have a good suggestion for surrender. If not, I have an idea. Let's see. see. One more to check, and then I'm going to go with my instinct. Okay, we're going to go with my gut here. Let's go with this. And these two. So first one I want to bring in is malachite, or sorry, not malachite, mookaite. Mookaite also goes by Australia jasper. This can be really helpful with accepting change, and in general acceptance, and a lot of times acceptance and surrender go hand in hand. And I feel like this is really helpful for that. It's also really helpful for making decisions, as well as boosting the immune system, calming digestion, and it's thought to help with bladder pain. So this is Australia jasper. It comes in also like a mustard yellow kind of color. It's a beautiful stone. So that is mookaite. Next is malachite. Malachite is really helpful for processing really painful emotions so that you can let go of the past. That can aid surrender considerably. It's also really helpful for arthritis, inflammation, and pain, as well as phobias, fears, particularly of flying. Very helpful for insomnia, which I think is going to help someone who's here too. Flower forest, I believe, and also it's helpful too for things like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. Which, of course, I always say this. I try to say it at least once every stream, but nothing I do here is meant to be a replacement for anything else. I'm not the healer who's going to say, like, don't take meds. No, take the meds. I take my antidepressants. I meditate. I do Reiki. I do this. I do everything I can. And yeah, crystals can help. And there's no victim blaming here. Do all the things that can alleviate your suffering. I'm happy to help wherever I can. And next is moonstones. So definitely we're right on the full moon, basically. It's technically happening tomorrow-ish, but we're really in the energy of it right now. This helps with anything that's connected with lunar energy, rhythms, cycles, patterns in nature, and most importantly here, divine timing and trusting divine timing. There's a lot of surrender in that, so moonstone can be really helpful. This is also very aligned with, like, I always feel a very close connection with the High Priestess in the tarot deck, and she is the keeper of wisdom. She knows what's happening. She knows what's going to happen because she sees the patterns, the rhythms, and she just knows. This is great if you want to learn anything about healing or spirituality, especially if they're old traditions, any kind of wise or well woman traditions, very protective of women and of travelers, connection to the divine feminine, and intuition. So this can be very helpful. So let's bring this in. And again, that's moonstone. So I hope that helps with the intentions for surrender. Awesome. So glad that you are here. Health and family and love. Okay, cool. So let's do health in general. Let's bring in moss agate. This is considered a really powerful healing stone in Chinese medicine. This is thought to help with anything that is spreading through the body quickly, or as they would say in Chinese medicine, has wind. Also helpful for connection to nature and for deep connection to spirit, feeling spirit around you, and connection to unconditional love and the idea that you are worthy of receiving that. Helpful too for really intense psychological work, often called parts work, like inner child, higher self type work. So that is moss agate. So that's helpful for physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It's good for all of them. And tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, and where energy moves all throughout the body. We might be more familiar with the chakras. They're a part of that same energy system, but that's just one part of it. There's also a very complex and involved system of channels that run energy through the body, and they are referred to as nadi. It's spelled in English, it's spelled Nadi. This is thought to balance, harmonize, and optimize all of the energy flow throughout the body, regardless of where the imbalances might be or the style or nature of them. Either way, it helps to bring everything into harmony. So this is good for just general health and well-being. And family and love. Family stuff too is very much governed by carnelian, because that's the center of relationships and also of family and things too. But let's do... There's a lot to be said for peridot. This is like connection to, this is loyalty and connection to the friends and also family that would help us to be the best version of ourselves. It helps to create an even deeper loyalty among people and keep those relationships tight. Also helps with bowels, IBS, acid reflux, really any kind of dietary or digestive issues, anger, jealousy, and breaking bad habits. So that's peridot. So all the best to you, Knick-Knack, and enjoy your time here. It's good to see you. So let's see. And moving out of a bad situation with your apartment, losing all your belongings. Oh, I've been there. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Your therapist needs a therapist. I know the feeling, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for like leaning on your therapist at all. Help with peaceful moving out of bad situations. Yeah, gotcha. Gonna think about that too. Here, I've been through that a million times and I'm like, what stone? The stone that came to me intuitively is smoky quartz. This one helps with, this has been used since the Middle Ages for protection and specifically of property. They used to put this near their property in an attempt to like ward off thieves. They would also put it like in entryways and things. It's helpful too for breaking up energy blockages, and it's very calming. It's very soothing. Helps too to transmute energy. So it takes energy that's there and it shifts it and changes it. And that sounds like a good thing to do. But yeah, so we'll bring this in. Transmutation, release of worry, things like that. And I'm going to put it right on top of the moonstone. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So I hope that helps. So all the best to you in your new place, getting all sorted. And you're always welcome here. Cool. Good to see you, Catherine. Welcome back. And Jennifer, love the awesomeness of trees, the full moon, and the little baddie you saw earlier, and the nighttime melodies of crickets chirping. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's bring that in. I think that's your intentions as well as your gratitudes, which I super appreciate. So for love, we have moonstone, we have carnelian. Let's bring in ruby. And green kyanite. So this is a stone that can be seriously helpful when it comes to connection with your spiritual side and with nature. So this is gaining wisdom through the intuition that you have and also connecting to the plants and spirits of nature, which you definitely are. So it's in harmony with that. This will help to balance your spiritual side with your everyday side, your mundane side, so you can have a unified experience, and also helps with the chest, lungs, heart, and asthma for anyone who might be struggling with any of that. But this felt like a good blend for like what you're mentioning there. So we're going to bring in that green kyanite. Let's put this on either side. Yeah, there we go. On either side of the amethyst. Cool. And ruby helps with love, fertility, the courage to be yourself, and also really supportive with any themes around management and leadership. And ruby is just stunning, isn't it? So let's go ahead and put some ruby out. Ruby is so beautiful. There we go. It's like this beautiful, like deep pink red, like violet red. And let's see. Let's also do for connection to the bat that you saw. Let's bring in some leopard skin jasper. This not only helps with attracting a soulmate, which is lovely, it also helps us to connect with our animal guides and helps with connecting to our animal companions as well as helping to heal them. Helps too with the skin, coordination, and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. And I'm glad that you are enjoying your new place where you have landed. Sounds like it's doing all the world of benefit to you. Okay, there you go. Awesome. Support for mental health. Oh, and fuchsite? Absolutely. Awesome. Have a good night too, Nick. And know that always, you can always do the pre-recorded videos too. The energy will be there just the same. So anytime you feel like you need Reiki and I'm not live, go ahead to the Past Healing live stream playlist and enjoy. But you're always welcome here. Also, and most of you know this, I usually like list the live stream ahead of time. So if it's up, you can like log in to YouTube and leave your request for an upcoming stream if you're not going to be there live. So you can always request ahead of time. So just putting that out there. Okay, cool. So mental health, definitely lepidolite. There we go. As well as aqua aura. So lepidolite is actually lithium mica, and it's been used by the Greeks. It's used right now as a pharmaceutical. It's been used as a pharmaceutical in the US since at least like the 40s, and it's definitely works very differently for very different people when you ingest it. So I never suggest making gem essences directly with the stone, especially in this case, because literally shows up differently for everyone. However, the energy of the crystal itself is helpful for mental health and well-being across the board. A superb stone for all of those things, especially for soothing, calming, and understanding the emotions on a psychological level, and for bringing attention to the patterns and the beliefs and things that we have that need to be addressed or maybe reevaluated so that we can let them go. Also really helpful for discernment, specifically in should I stay or should I go kind of scenarios. So that is lepidolite, lithium mica. And also on the back here, you might see some flashes of like this tealy blue. That is amazonite. Amazonite is helpful for self-care, for those who tend to think of others before themselves, to have some self-respect, and also to say like, wait, I deserve the same quality and caliber of care I give others. Also helpful for the spine and spinal nerves, which is something I struggle with. So that's amazonite. And aqua aura. This is a stone that's been altered through a man-made process. It did not come out of the ground this way. It came out as clear quartz. And it was processed using a process that involved actual gold. And it turns it this blue. But as you can kind of see if you look really close, it's really just a coating essentially. This is one that you won't find a lot of information about. Not a lot of folks work with the altered stones. Also, you won't find any like classic references to it because it's fairly new technology. This is thought to be very helpful for depression, and as someone who struggles with that personally, I also struggle with PTSD, I have found this stone to be quite helpful. So definitely hope this brings you some support. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to be helpful. And you're welcome here. Good to see you. Allison, energy healing request for mending relationships. Yep, we've definitely got carnelian, so that helps. Forgiveness, aquamarine. Communication, sodalite. Mending family relationships, as well as good luck in romantic relationships. Absolutely. There we go. Let's bring in that. So aquamarine definitely helps with forgiveness, whether it's the I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you to let go and move on. Whatever the case might be, this helps with all aspects of it. Also really helpful for all of the fluids in the body, as well as, brain, one moment, teeth and gums. Also for bringing about a sense of justice. Wonderful for deflecting pettiness, immature behavior, deflecting pain by mistreating someone. Helps with all of that. We jokingly call it the anti-Karen stone, but it's awesome for that and for forgiveness. So we're going to bring in aquamarine. There we go. And yep, so that's aquamarine. Next, for communication, I want to bring in sodalite. Sodalite really helps with expression. Spoken, written, however, performed even. This is really helpful with expressing yourself in whatever medium, but especially with speaking, especially with writing. Also helps to ground impulses. It's exceptional for homesickness, and it's great too for menopause and coming to terms with things around aging. So whether you're public speaking or just trying to communicate a little more clearly, that can be really helpful. So let's bring in some sodalite. That's one of my favorite communication stones. Also, if you're someone who tends to really feel the Mercury retrogrades very strongly. This is a good stone to keep in your arsenal with sodalite. And Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond is one that can really help with being in the present moment, which is helpful for getting along in relationships, but also with balancing discordant energies. It brings in a lot of harmony, so that may be really helpful. Wonderful too for relaxation, feeling connected to spirit, and for intuition. Also helpful for metabolism. So we will bring in Herkimer diamond. Okay, there we go. Hope that helps. And we've got the good love stones in there now too, so that should be good too. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Yes, and don't forget to tap the like button. Thank you for the reminder, Patty. Help with any chaos discord coming from the moon and eclipse season, definitely moonstone. Also discord for that, definitely Herkimer diamond. Let's bring in some fluorite. This is excellent at helping to ground chaos energy, like the not good kind of chaos energy. There's good chaos energy. There's even chaos magic. Chaos has its place, but sometimes we need to find our grounding and our peace in it. This helps you to find that places like the eye of the hurricane where everything is chill regardless of the chaos that is swirling around. It can help bring a lot of comfort to those that have recently experienced chaos, like newborns. They've just been born. But it brings a lot of relaxation as well. And it helps to bring a lot of clear order when things feel at disparate ends. So that is fluorite. So let's bring in the fluorite. And yes, it naturally forms in these wild octahedrons. These are the natural forms. They've not been cut into this shape. So there we go. I hope that that helps. Ah, I'm glad. You're very welcome, Flowery Forest. Okay, so next is why is I'm sorry, my scroll is weird again. I apologize. Okay, there we are. So for Patty, Septarian, Aquamarine we got, Amazonite we got, Honey Calcite, Howlite, Red Tiger Eye. Septarian. And you have a friend's dad. Severe health issues, cancer. Now he's dealing with some spinal collapse. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry for your friend and their father. Amazonite definitely good for the spine. So we'll bring in a little bit more Amazonite. Another thing Amazonite's good for is just luck in general. So this is Amazonite, as we talked about earlier. Very helpful for the spine and spinal nerves, as well as those who tend to take care of others before themselves, to make sure they get that much needed and well-deserved self-care. It's my favorite stone to give to nurses. Next is Septarian. This one helps the muscles very much so, and it also helps skin to heal. It helps very much with emotional healing and emotional growth. This is the kind of stone that can support you to get deeply uncomfortable in your healing process, so you can really go deep, especially to the roots of the beliefs or patterns or behaviors that are causing you the issues that are and how to like kind of dig your way out of that. Very supportive of the solar plexus, which is your center of self-identity, free will, and enacting your will, doing what's important to you in life, standing up for yourself too. So we'll bring that in. That's Septarian. And red tiger eye, highly protective. Super duper anti-bullying stone for sure, whether it's on the spiritual side, like malevolent spiritual work, or on the mundane side. This is everything from the really nasty cattiness that you might see at a school or at work, like the mean girl behavior, all the way to like targeted and really nasty trying to manipulate whatever that might be looking like. Bullying and that kind of behavior can take a lot of different forms, but red tiger eye can help to combat that on every level. So we will bring that in. Very helpful too for bringing in financial abundance in a hurry. So we will bring that in. Okay. So that is red tiger eye. Next is howlite, which helps with the bones and the joints. I struggle with bone density issues and building up enough bone tissue, and I use this for that. Of course, in addition to my weight-bearing exercises, my supplements, medications, all the things that I do for that. But this also helps with anger, resentment, and frustration. It's exceptional for those. If you have any joint pain or discomfort, definitely suggest some howlite. So we'll bring in howlite. I often think of this as one of the more underrated stones in crystal healing. People are so quick on one end to dye it blue and sell it as fake turquoise, and on the other side, they just kind of look past it, or they want to say like, I'd rather have some white turquoise. It's like, that's a great stone too, but don't overlook howlite. It's beautiful. Honey calcite helps to attract the best people that are meant to connect with you in your life right now. This is a stone that helps to balance the center of the self, the solar plexus, with that sacral chakra we've been talking about, that how you relate to others. But attracting the good colleagues, roommates, friends, dating partners, all of that kind of stuff. This is a wonderful stone to pull that in and help set you up for a good relationship with them. Also helps too with optimism, even in really difficult times, and it's thought to be very supportive of menopausal women, which I might not look it, but I am. So that is honey calcite. This will also support Allison's request too. So there we go. That is honey calcite. And for cancer and lots of treatments and all those things, let's bring in some rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz is a stone that helps to focus energy, so it's excellent for focusing the mind. This has long been considered a beautiful gift to give someone who's struggling with cancer. Reason being, it's like a good intention of, I really hope that this helps send all of those healings that you're getting to the exact place in your body that most needs that. Coming from, like, I remember back in the 80s, like, when you were on chemo, there was not a whole lot of different varieties in chemo, where now it's like a very tailored to you kind of journey. And it was just like, well, we really hope that it goes where it's supposed to. This also helps with boosting physical energy when you're really wiped out, you've been sick, you're run down, which is absolutely the whole journey of that. So rutilated quartz. But it is also great for just energy and mental focus for everyone. And yeah, it sort of just seems like the whole world is collapsing. Let's see. If I didn't have bloodstone in there, I would put it in there. let's try blue calcite and dumortierite. Dumortierite, there's a lot of folks that talk about how this can be helpful in those situations where they seem otherwise hopeless. So let's give it a shot. This is another stone that's helpful for anger and frustration, as well as chaos type energy, like really chaotic energy. If you're into astrology, this helps with dealing with Uranus type energy. Also helps with tidiness and organization in general, and patience for sure. Helps ligaments, tendons, and even standing up for yourself. So definitely bringing this in. I don't see where that could be hurtful given the situation that's going on. Let's bring these in here. And let's do dumortierite here and here. And also blue calcite. This can be really helpful as like emotional first aid. Like I can't even imagine what that poor man is going through. So this helps to soothe the emotional pain that you struggle to verbalize, and also helps to bring healing, revelations, and clarity. Also really helpful for making decisions when you're otherwise not in any position to really want to do so. So blue calcite, it's another emotional first aid type stone. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Where do I want to start this next one? We'll start here. Let's do there we go. So that's blue calcite. And there we go. They need all the good they can get. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's hard. And for Catherine, also something for, oh, did you request something that I missed? Request headache and money manifestation. You got it. So let's do that. Headache and money. So let's do some citrine. Bring in that money magic. This definitely helps to attract the financial abundance. Really helpful too for balancing our intuition with our sense of logic. That helps with decision making, and it helps with living a really unified life that you can use to the fullest extent all of the best goods that you have. Helps too with compulsions and addictions, with nausea, fibromyalgia pain, and even making good financial decisions with the resources you do have. So that is citrine. We'll go ahead and place this right behind our blue calcite. Next, I'm going to bring in pink tourmaline to help with headache. That's a wonderful stone for headaches and migraines. Also really helpful for nerve pain. So pink tourmaline, in addition to that, helpful for any kind of gynecologic issues, whatever it might be. So from endometriosis all the way to menopause, perimenopause, period pain, this is it. Helpful for muscle weakness, breaking down your old, outdated visions of your self-image so that you can break them down and rebuild more positive ones in their place. And also helpful for mother-baby bonding. So that is pink tourmaline. Wonderful for headaches. Wonderful for headaches. And so I hope that that helps. And you also requested helping you decide what to do with your writing career, debating on self-publishing one of your novels, and switching agents. Gotcha. So let's see. So career and decisions. Definitely sunstone. Sunstone can help with career opportunities in a big way. It also helps you to be seen. So especially given the field that you're in, this helps you to be recognized. It helps your words to rise above and be noticed. It's great for fame, luck, but also like marketing yourself, which you kind of have to do to some extent. I mean, whether you self-publish or don't, it's still a bit of a self-promotion game. Helps too with protection against anyone that would exploit you around money, and helpful too for any kind of phobias. But in general, this is a stone that can help you to brainstorm your future. If you tend to think small, this helps you expand and think big about possibilities. So that is Sunstone. This is also coming to the crystal shop very soon. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And as far as guidance on the career path too. I want to use lapis. This can help with communication, like a lot of trust and honesty. So this will help Allison too. It's great for pain and inflammation, but this helps with a lot of career opportunities, and also can really help set the stage for the people you're talking to, and like good communication, open honesty, good for integrity, living up to your commitments, things like that. And for guidance too, I feel like, let's see, we got Celestite, didn't we? Yes. No? Maybe? Am I thinking of the last stream? Perhaps? Yeah, we got Celestite in there. Yep, Celestite helps with guidance for sure. As does Moonstone. Herkimer Diamond. And I'm also going to do chrysocolla. So in addition to creativity, which has definitely been on for tonight as an intention, this helps you to make decisions that are in your best interest and your higher good, and also really helpful for encouraging you as you follow your spiritual purpose. So I feel like this is a good one for your request. So that is chrysocolla. So all the best to you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Also, lepidolite is in here, and that has a discernment about should I stay, should I go. That might help with your agent. And fuchsite, you got it. Hey, Heart. Oh, thank you for that, Heart. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. And let's do fuchsite. Fuchsite is yet another stone that is going to be added to the crystal shop very soon. And with that, we have some new specimens to put in the grid. Before, I only had one. Now I have 4 smaller ones, but they are... like the one that I had was mine, and it's been worn over the years, so you don't really see, like, it's basically, it's chromium mica, so it looks like it's basically shedding its nature's glitter, and so you will see a lot of glitter all over the place when I use it. So this is another fuchsite. So this is fuchsite. This helps to bring in the awareness of self-care and allows you to just connect with and just be in fun and joy, just for the sake of fun and joy and nothing else. Wonderful for spinal alignment, for sleep disturbances, and also to help with any inner child work too. So that is fuchsite. Also really helpful for boosting the energy of other stones. So it's pretty much always a good stone for crystal grid work. So that is fuchsite. So let's bring in a few pieces. Let's do... So pretty soon, Fuchsite will be in the crystal shop. Whoa, hey! Cat just jumped on me. Hey! Who do we have? Oh, it's a Hattie. Hi, Hattie. How you doing? How are you? Did you want to cuddle? You can stay in my lap. That's cool. Totally did not see that coming. She just landed right on my lap. Good thing I didn't decide to like suddenly move. Awesome. And a good unstuck stone. That one, polychrome. Bringing in some polychrome. Oh, hey, how you doing, Grace? Yeah, the cats are getting so chubby, aren't they? I love it. They used to be so small. That's Hattie. Reiki you need Reiki for heart healing, self-love, and happiness. You got it. And I got an unstuck stone, heart healing, self-love, happiness. We've got some good ones in there already. I'm going to add some more. Bethany, it's wonderful to see you. You're prepping for a big show that you have tomorrow. Oh, all the best to you. Pop in for some Reiki. Aw, it was wonderful seeing you this weekend. Yay. Let's do, I'm going to put in a crystal for you to attract some customers to the show that you're, oh wait, are you going to, a show to sell things? Or a show where you're watching music? I don't know if you're still in the chat. But let me know. I think you might be vending or something. Let me know. But for getting unstuck, let's bring in some polychrome jasper. This helps with reigniting the passions for things in life, for breaking through indifference, and it brings in a lot of motivation and self-confidence. Helpful too for physical movement and connection to your, we often call it the Earth Star chakra. It's the chakra beneath your root where you can enact your soul's purpose more easily, like showing up in right action. So that is polychrome jasper. And actually, let's see. So let's put this here and here. I'll get 2 more pieces. Here we go. Some more polychrome. Polychrome comes in a wide variety of colors. For grace, for happiness and joy, and also for helping with the other things you kind of mentioned. Hey, Tracy, welcome in. No, you can, let's see. You're getting off work right now, wanting to make moon water tonight when you get off at 1. Would it be too late to make it then? Just wondering. Oh, no, you can absolutely make it then. Even like within a day before and a day after, the closer to the full moon, like the more oomph you get, but yeah, the vibes will still be there. I've been feeling those full moon vibes all day. It's definitely there. So yeah, absolutely, Tracy. You're totally good there. Oh, you're vending. Okay. Saigon Creations is the name of your company. I'm going to put something in there to help attract some customers to you in just a moment. This is the happiness and joy stone. This is yellow calcite. This helps you enjoy who you are and bringing it forward. It's also really helpful for self-identity, for affirming boundaries, and also to set priorities based on what you want in life. It's great for releasing the need for approval of others, and it's definitely a joy stone. This is yellow calcite. It looks similar to honey calcite, but they are slightly different. I'm just going to go ahead and bring these in. So that's yellow calcite. That'll bring in happiness and also affirm the sense of self. For bringing in customers to a business, my favorite is cinnabar. For thousands of years, humans have worked with mercury for lots of things. And for most of that time, we had no idea how toxic it could be. It's very, very toxic. But we still use it in things like dental amalgam and the CFL light bulbs. So here we are. Usually if you purchase it, you'll get a specimen that looks like this, and just the red dots are cinnabar. So it's mercury. But mercury has been used for hundreds, maybe thousands of years as an amulet for bringing customers into a business. This has long been considered the merchant stone. So that is cinnabar, these little red dots there, and I'm going to bring it in. And like I said, a bigger version of it is this right here with a nice beautiful handle. That means I don't have to directly touch it. So yay. So all the best to you as you vend, Bethany. I'm going to check you guys out, Bethany. Handmade jewelry, awesome. You know who else in here makes handmade stuff is Susan. Susan, if you see her in here, her name is Susan. She makes jewelry too. So, and heart healing, there's rhodonite, but there's also malachite. What else can you bring in for heart healing? Oh, and for heart, I have red jasper for you. Let's bring in some heart healing with green onyx. Green onyx usually looks more like a pistachio color, like a light barley green sometimes, but yeah, also dark green like this. This is the style of like these were meant to be made into jewelry. These pieces of green onyx. These will be on the website soon. And yeah, this is like jeweler quality green onyx, this deep, deep green. This is helpful for grief, sadness, and really deep emotional pain. It's also good for like emotional shutdown and moving forward despite emotional pain. Also helpful for making decisions, and again, when you're not in a position to make them, like with blue calcite. So let's go ahead and bring in that green onyx. And for heart, let's bring in some red jasper. This is wonderful for the root chakra. This is everything that is empowerment. This is fighting injustice, fighting bullying. This helps with everything that the root chakra embodies, which is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety. This is like life and death type stuff. Really helpful for depression, fertility, emotional support. It's very, very grounding, physically grounding. It helps too with spiritual and psychic protection. So this is a very grounding stone. And I will bring this in. I'll put that right here. So glad to have you all in on this beautiful full moon. And let's see. Oh, good to see you all. Oh, T, you're a metalsmith? My very close friend, Jane Tice, is a silversmith and has been for over 40 years. She's got, if you make jewelry, definitely check out, I'm going to type it in the chat on Facebook if you're on there. I'm usually not, but it's so that's the name of her D-stash on Facebook. So anybody who's a jeweler, it's open to jewelers. The High Art D-stash on Facebook. My friend Janie runs auctions for all different kinds of jewelry making things, from stones to different metal findings, of silver, of gold, of all kinds of things, of jewelry making tools, of you name it. she sells it in there. So definitely check her out. And, oh, turn up my volume a bit? Yeah. There we go. Let me know if it gets too loud. And also check out Janie. Oh, you can check out all of you regardless of whether you make jewelry or not. Janie has a discount code for her Etsy shop for all of us. The coupon code is Reiki. So go on to Etsy and look for sorry for the clickety clicks. There we go. Yeah, if you enter coupon code Reiki into the High Art D Stash on Etsy, you'll get 10% off of her stuff. And she is an absurdly talented jeweler. She made this out of a broken, like, brooch. Just sitting at her bench one day. And it's Larimer. And I'm like, I love Larimer. You're very welcome, T. Definitely tell Janie that Danielle sent you. For sure. She is great people. Great people. Let's see what else we have. Headache, nausea, virus kind of thing going around. Yeah, there's moss agate in there will really help with that. And also for nausea, citrine is in there, which will help. And okay, cool. But yeah, if you make handmade jewelry, Bethany, definitely check out the High Art D Stash. You can also tell Janie, Danielle said to check it out. Yeah, awesome. So I've got heart healing, self-love, and happiness in there for Grace. And add something for releasing the energy of others. Accepting, allowing abundance of good things to enter our lives. Not thinking less than. Definitely. Let's do zoisite and shungite. Zoisite is really helpful for releasing negativity, connecting with nature, working through challenges, setbacks, obstacles, having them released and also working through them. It helps with discouraging words today. It helps with procrastination to prevent that. It helps you to say, like, okay, here's this long list of things I need to do. Let's start chipping away. But yeah, this can very much help with releasing negativity. Also really helpful with breaking up apathy and sluggishness too. So that's zoisite. So where shall we put you? Let's place you here. And we might have room for a little bit more. We'll put both. And we'll bring in some shungite. This is a very helpful energy clearing stone. This helps to release stress, emotional pain, energy blocks, and really just kind of deep clean our energy field. Really helpful for recovering on a physical level, letting your body kind of regenerate itself. Helps to also protect you from electromagnetic smog. If you tend to be sensitive to that, some people are, where they spend a lot of time around certain unshielded electronics and it very much impacts them. Shungite can be helpful. Yeah, let's put some here, 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 and here. So it's on all sides. And I just put some selenite right on the bottom. And allowing abundance. Oh, hey, Chris. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I actually did metallurgy for a while. I did like welding and stuff, and I took auto body because my dad wouldn't let me take welding. Well, that would have been amazing if I had been able to take it. Would have been a great side gig. I would make a whole year's income in a couple of months working on the docks where my family is in Canada. Okay, I will put in as many of your stones, Chris, as I can. A lot of them are there. Carnelian, moonstone, rutilated, Herkimer is there. A lot of them are there. Let's do, what else can I squeeze in? Let's bring in apatite. Blue apatite helps with learning about your soul's purpose and also having the courage to enact it. It helps with supporting healthier relationships with food, any way that you're shifting your relationship with food, whether you want to lose weight or if you need to gain weight or anything around or in between. This is really helpful for that. Additionally, a good stone for harmony and peace in general. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Also helps to strengthen your auric field if you're somebody who is, what's a good word? If you're somebody who is like empathic and you tend to pick up on other people's energy on accident, this will help you to strengthen your energy field so you're less inclined to do that. Okay. Yes, and happy belated birthday, Chris. Okay, let's see. And green aventurine, I think, also goes to support the request that Heart had with not accepting less, which, by the way, there is sunstone in there, which is very helpful for envisioning like big possibilities, like expanding your possibilities of like your idea of what's even possible. Aventurine is very helpful with that too. It helps you with anytime that you're like, I can't go there. I can't do that. That's not something I can do. This is something that helps you expand your vision of yourself and what you're capable of. So it helps you to keep from selling yourself short. Very helpful for learning things that you really think you aren't able to learn or that are really challenging. And also for eye problems, allergies, and heart rhythms. So we will bring this in. And I think we're ready to get into the grid. And we do have most of Chris's stones in here anyway. So yeah, let's, yeah, it's 9:26. So let's get into that beautiful thing that we do, where I'm going to explain what I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works. All of you can enjoy that, or you can head into the comments and help me lift the energy of the space that you are in, the energy that we are all sharing, by simply reflecting on the things that you are grateful for. And go ahead and enter them into the chat. Gratitude lifts energy super fast. I'll explain again what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of the session, and then we're going to get into the healing. So let's do it. And awesome. I'm loving these conversations that we have in here. Super great. Oh, and reflux. Does Reiki help with sleep? Yes. And also, by the way, I have peridot in here, which helps with reflux too. So let's go ahead and learn what Reiki is. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and this is my 15th year of teaching Usui Reiki. So Reiki has become like a catch-all term for the West, meaning energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki, which is a method created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan, in which the difference in approach is it's deeply spiritual but completely secular. And here's why. He created this particular method in the 1920s during a time when even being thought to teach religion or anything adjacent to it was a super bad news, and people were being exiled and even killed at the time. So this particular approach to energy healing needed to be very secular, and so it is, yet deeply spiritual, absolutely. So the understanding of what energy is in this particular practice, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which very much still has deeply flavored their culture. In Shintoism, it's thought that everyone and everything is interconnected and inextricably linked, and that spirit, in this case, however you would define it, supplies that life-sustaining energy that all of us are connected with, and that all of our bodies, minds, and spirits use moment to moment, day to day, to help bring us into the greatest sense of healing and alignment and balance that we can possibly achieve. Reiki itself translates to spiritually guided soul energy. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy that's already a part of all of us and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching the stream, and more on that in a moment. So to make the most of your session, the best thing is you don't have to do anything. Simply just being here, you're open to it. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep a silent mind. I generally encourage you to get into a really comfortable position, sitting up, laying down, whatever feels right. And you don't even have to stay still, though you certainly can close your eyes and take a nap even. Feel free to combine this with journaling, some stretching, get a cup of tea if you need it, get a blanket, play some music. However you choose to use this time is the exact right way to use this time. And I will send Reiki for about 25 minutes, during which time I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they'll move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, and I'll turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description, and you can go ahead and check her out and listen to her music all day long if you'd like. At the end of the session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths, come back into your body, and at that point, I will open up the chat the chat will be open, but I'll be able to engage with you. And so you can ask questions, you can share experiences, and we'll have a wonderful time. Kanta, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So especially for all those of you who are celebrating birthdays, because we have so many wonderful Scorpios in here, lots of love and thank you. Also for anyone who may be watching this and has not had Reiki before, during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to logic through some things that have been really weighing on you. You may be able to hear your subconscious. Spiritually, you may get some resolution, some clarity, some intuitions, and of course, you may just have a great nap. And at any point during the session, if you feel like you need to go a little bit deeper, or you feel like you got distracted and you want to get back into that Reiki zone, just take a deep breath in and out at your own pace, and it will totally help. So let's go ahead over, take a look at that beautiful grid that you all inspired, and get into the healing. Oh, pretty. Y'all did a great job. So let's go ahead and move my camera slightly. Ooh, dumplings. Are they gluten-free? In my mind, they are. Oh, thank you, everyone. I am grateful for all of you. I am grateful for Chris and happy birthday. And I am grateful for Key and happy birthday. And I'm going to go ahead and get into that Reiki zone. So enjoy your session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Feel free to wiggle your fingers and toes to come back if you need. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Lots of love to all of you. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. My next stream is Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. You're welcome, Jen and Catherine. You're so welcome, T and Chris. Jen, I placed my first order through Fair for doing stuff for the shop, the crystal shop. So I'm excited to use that for the first time. I know you had said you just started, I think, selling through it. Oh, you're welcome, Flower Forest. I hope you get some good sleep. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Bethany, thank you. Oh, I hope you have a great weekend too, and all the best as you table. Oh, Heart, you're so welcome. Thank you for being a part of this community. Appreciate you very much. You're so welcome, Chris, and happy birthday weekend. I've got a sleepy little Hattie behind me, and Gertie is probably in one of her favorite hiding holes, which is in the closet. And I put my dinner in the Instant Pot before I hopped on for stream. And so I've been able to smell my dinner this whole time. In fact, I heard some neighbors in the courtyard talking about, "Ooh, something smells good." I'm like, it's my dinner. You know it smells good. It's just bean and veggie chili. Nothing fancy. You're so welcome, Chris. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your evening. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for each and every single one of you. This grid wouldn't be here without all of you. And, this session wouldn't be what it is without each of you. Thank you, and well said, Patty. And the energy is absolutely palpable tonight. I feel wired, and it's very strange because I'm usually energy is intense. I went out earlier and I was just like, I'm only coming out for cat food. I mean, it's a good feeling, but it's very intense. Awesome. Okay, so everyone, be well, take care. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.